What happens when a client ghosts you? You've done everything, you've met with them, you've been super, super excited, and then all of a sudden, crickets. How do you overcome this? What should you actually do to potentially regain this sale? This is everything that I'm going to be covering in today's video. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs grow, whether that is sales training, marketing, or even some business operations. We have helped tons of you guys. The Discord is growing. It has truly, truly been a blessing, and I love all of you guys for all of the support. Now, in the bottom part of this video, or if you're listening to the podcast, MSP Heroes, in the podcast description, there will be some super helpful links. Some of those are the Discord link, which is growth-generators.com/Discord. You could go down there and get the resources, growth-generators.com/resources. So I want to talk today in today's video about what happens to you, right? You've done everything right, and then a client ghosts you because it stinks, right? I realize that I've lost out on the opportunity to make this. Maybe I'll make a different version of this during Halloween here. But in all honesty, right? This client has ghosted you. You have put in all of the work. And before we even figure out what ghosting really is, right? And I've made my nice, very good art here. But truly, what does it actually mean when a client ghosts you? A client is not returning, most importantly, your phone calls. You have picked up the phone, you're making those calls and you're leaving voicemails and they're just not answering you. And full transparency, it sucks. I've been there before. You are sending emails and they're not opening their emails. Or if you're not tracking your emails, you don't even know if they're opening your emails, but you've sent emails out, you've followed up, maybe you even built out that proposal and sent it to them, and it's just quiet. It stinks. Truth be told, I don't even want to sugarcoat this one. I could sugarcoat a lot, but it's demoralizing, it's miserable, it's not quite fun. But in this video, I want to bring you through the actual process here. And the first thing that you have to do, and I'm going to take out my handy dandy infinity stones here, but the first thing you have to do is you have to identify. And I think that this is probably the most important thing. I apologize for my handwriting, but that says identify, right? You have to identify what's going on. Now, I know that this sounds crazy, but you have to be kind of aware of the situation. And the only way that you're going to truly identify what's going on is you have to be really real with yourself. And there's really no other way that I could put that, because you have to be able to say what happened. And you have to have a really hard kind of sit down and thought process of, what went wrong? What went right? Did I do what I was supposed to do? Did I provide value? Did I address the problems that they truly have? And by going through and identifying and analyzing this, it is truly important because it's going to start to give you reasons. More than likely, this is not the first time. If you were watching this video and it was the first time a client ghosted you, kudos to you for doing your homework and getting on it very quickly. But that's not the case with most people. Most people, this has happened over and over and over again, or it's happened at least a couple times to where you've wanted to watch this video, right? It stinks. But analyzing, understanding truly what's going on, and not only understanding it from your perspective, but your client's perspective in here, right? The ghost that I have drawn on this board, you have to think about it from their point of view. Could you have done things better? Did you truly deliver on the pain points? Did you go to the meeting and maybe even set your expectations too high? Maybe they're just looking for a quote because they want to hire their friend. It is truly, truly a potential area in here, but you have to be able to be self-aware. What do you think the client is currently feeling? Do you think you really knocked it out of the park during that conversation, during your meetings and all of that? Or did you kind of fall short? That alone will be half of the battle going through this entire process between you and the ghosted client. But it's super important to understand that. Now, after we identify, I'm going to go back to black here because I think it might be a little easier for you guys to see. But we have to, now that we've gone through this, we've analyzed that whole situation, is we have to re-engage, because ultimately we want to save the sale, and you're watching this video to save the sale, right? I'm just going to write re-engage, right? You have to re-engage, but the question is how? Because they're not answering your phone calls, they're not answering your text messages, they're not answering anything, your emails, maybe you're sending smoke signals. I know that's a joke, but truly, it hurts because you're trying to do all of the right things and you want to re-engage. The first thing is you have to think about how much time has happened and where, right? Identifying where this client was at that time. Was there a lot of things, quote unquote, on fire? Were they dealing with a lot of problems at that time? And quite honestly, it could have just fallen by the wayside. And you have to be conscious enough to know that, hey, they had a lot of stuff going on. It's maybe that they're not ignoring you. They just know that, hey, you're a salesperson at the end of the day. You should be following up. Has enough time actually passed for you to fully re-engage? And the best way to do that is just be polite about it. Now, I'm going to give you one of my absolute most amazing tips later on in this video, but if you've made it this far, like, subscribe, and notify. I truly, truly appreciate it. And if you're learning something, leave me a comment. Harrison, this was super helpful. I hate when clients ghost me. I don't know, anything like that. You want to share a childhood story with me? That's cool too. I appreciate those things as well. But you want to go through and you want to really start to figure out, right? We've identified it. Hopefully you can really do some soul searching as to what, looking at it from both perspectives, but you want to re-engage in there, right? Hi, you want to go through and you want to be polite about it. Hey, my name is so-and-so. I am following up. Remove the word just from your vocabulary because it's trash. It's the worst thing in the world. I just wanted to follow up. Of course you wanted to follow up. You're the salesperson. You want to make money, right? You wanted to follow up. You didn't just want to follow up. I just wanted to check in on you, see how you. No. I wanted to follow up with you and see how everything's going. It's been some time. I think it would be really cool. Maybe we can get a conversation or maybe a meeting on the books. I know it's been some time. I've also thought about maybe where you were in your business, right? I've tried to identify maybe some things that might be going on. You want to go through this whole process with it as you just thinking about, hey, what actually happened? And on top of while you're re-engaging, show the value. You've taken the time to meet with them, maybe more than once. You've taken the time to build the proposal. You've taken the time to understand their pain points that they're dealing with and hopefully quantified those pain points to have them truly understand, hey, this person is just trying to, one, do their job, but two, provide a solution and reanimate, in this case, that actual ghost. It is truly, truly important. So after you identify and you've begun to re-engage, now, depending on how long it's actually been, I've re-engaged after 3, 6, even maybe around that 7th, 8th month. Anything after that, it's a whole new, hey, things have changed. It's been too much time that's passed. We need to go about it maybe in a different direction. Now, one of my favorite things, after you've re-engaged, you've made those phone calls, you've done that outreach, you've tried to talk to them, whether it's a nice friendly text message, maybe you sent them an email for a couple follow-ups, anything like that, and they're still not answering. I want to drop a bomb on you right now because this is single-handedly the greatest email. And I can take no credit for this. This was completely from my sales mentor, but I'm spreading it because I don't want you to go spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on training just to learn this one simple trick. And it is one email. That's all you write is one email. Hey, so-and-so, I have been thinking about our proposal, engagement, sales interaction, whatever it may be. It's been some time since we've last spoke. Is this still something you are looking to do? If I don't hear from you, you're putting the ball in their court, right? If I don't hear from you, I'm going to be closing your file in 3, 6, 9 days. Appreciate everything, and I appreciate the opportunity. Just trying to clean up my sales, you could say my sales pipeline, folders in your business, whatever it is, docs in your business, your to-do list, whatever it is that you actually, however you decide to organize your business. But I'm going to be closing that out. I appreciate everything. Let me know down the road if it's something that you want to revisit. And then that is, in football terms, and I'm not even a sports guy, the Hail Mary. You bring that thing back, maybe if you like Tom Brady, you send that thing down the field, and that's it. You look the other way. You are done. You wrap that thing up. This person is now, and hopefully I have a nice red marker, this person is now gone. There's just nothing else that you can do. I wish I could have made this video and said, I'm going to give you this magic wand and you are going to cast a spell, because my name is Harrison and Harry for Harry Potter, right? And you could cast the spell, boom. You now have somebody re-engaged and excited. But you've tried everything. You've identified you as your sales pitch, the customer and where they could have been. It's not working. Happens, right? And really going through and identifying and self-actualizing, putting yourself in their shoes to the best of your ability, and also thinking, what could you have done better is going to make you a better salesperson. You've now gone and re-engaged with them. Maybe it's been some time. You called them, you texted them, you shot them an email, following up, removing the word just, right? And now it's been a few more weeks and you're like, this is killing me, right? You know that chances are pretty good the deal's over. That's life. I get that. And it stinks. But this is the last chance. And sending what I call the breakup email. It doesn't mean you don't like them anymore. It doesn't mean you're not going to say hi to them if you see them out and about in public. It doesn't mean any of those. It's just, hey, appreciate everything, but I want to close up my end of it. I want to remove this from my pipeline. I want to remove this headache. I just want to know that it's gone. You have 48, 72, 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever it is. If I don't hear from you, I'm closing out the file. That has the best chances of getting somebody to say, hey, I would like to take action here and re-engage, right? And I'll draw this out for you. I would like to take action and re-engage with you, or they're just not going to do it at all. And it's completely dead. But the best thing that you could possibly do is send that email, because there's only two outcomes at this point. It's, yes, I would like to move forward, or now's not a good time. And you know that you've now put a dead end there. They have to make a decision. If they do not make a decision, you can say they are done in however long you decide to make it. Don't make it ridiculous. Hey, I'll give you 3 weeks. No. Less than 2 weeks, maybe even 1 week, maybe more than a day or two, because they might need a little bit of time to get things organized. But that's important. They might not even be ready, but I have seen people come out of the woodwork and say, hey, I know we met about this. Actually, everything has changed. Can we get another meeting because we're not actually interested in this? We need a whole different set of stuff, right? That could be a whole different setup, whole networking closet, whole different project involved. It just runs in so many different areas. But depending on how long it's actually been for the ghosted customer to come back can truly change a lot of it. And you want to handle this whole interaction in a polite, professional, and happy manner. Those are super important. Polite, professional, and happy. You're happy to do business with them. You're still a professional, but you're happy they decided to make the right decision to come back to you, because you know, you went through the sales meeting, you gave them a proposal, you know the problems that they're already having, you want to help them, you're happy to help them, hopefully, right? And you want to help them in a professional manner. You can do your job with a smile on. It's not illegal to do that, right? You could love what you do. I love what I do. I love this kind of stuff. But you can bring that person back. That person is expecting you to be angry, to be upset, to be irritated, to be frustrated that they didn't answer, and they're ready. They have their punching gloves on to basically virtually fight you. They're trying to just deal with it. But when you take a different approach and you handle it very different than what they expect, you turn the tables. You change this ghost back into, I know, one of my absolute all-star drawings here, but you take the ghost and turn him back, or she, into a person that can then re-engage. But you have to go through that process. It is totally normal to have somebody ghost you. Trust me, it happens. But you never know until you identify what's going on in their life, what's going on in their business, and then you try to re-engage them. And if nothing else works, you send them the breakup email. And that breakup email, you want to test it over time, right? It's going to be pretty hard to test because hopefully you don't have that many clients ghosting you, but you want to give it the best possible chance at success. And who knows, if you're really polite, you're serious, you're professional the entire time, they might come back to you in 3, 6, 9 months from that time that you send that breakup email, ready for another meeting, and everything has shifted. And that's the best case scenario. I cannot tell you. It's not a matter of if they're going to have computer problems. We already know this. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. And you still want to be there with open arms, waiting for them to come to the right business. And that is how you truly deal with a ghosting customer. Other than that, I love the heck out of you. I hope I have earned that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell. If you found some value in this or you learned something, leave it down below. I love the heck out of you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. And I'm going to go turn these into a lightsaber and go play with them like I'm 5 years old. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.